Hello, welcome to Mitchmatics. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you the three rules that we need to know to correctly multiply and divide integers of different signs in same signs. So there's these three generic rules, and there's a saying that you can use every time you're thinking about it to help you remember the answer and how to do this type of problem or these types of problems. So the first two rules deal with same sign integers. So the first rule is multiplying and dividing two positive numbers. So whenever I multiply and divide two positive numbers, I always have a positive number. And we've been doing this since elementary school, so we're really used to this one. So I'm going to use a visual a smiley face or happy face to show you the concept while saying the saying. So if we have let's say something good happens to somebody that's good, that is also good. So I have a smiley face that's smiling, and that means the answer should be positive for his smile. So if you look over here at these examples, I have different ways I can write my multiplication problems, and I have also three different ways I can write my division problems. But if you notice, all the answers, they're all positive numbers. So again, two positives multiplied together will equal positive, and that saying is, if something good happens to somebody good, that's good. Let's move on to the second rule. So multiplying and dividing two negative numbers. So this is very similar. So, but you think of it as bad. So if something bad happens to somebody bad, that's good. So it's just a unique little saying. And so this means that if I multiply or divide two negative numbers times each other, I should get a positive answer, a positive integer. So if you look over here at the examples, -3 times -2, it should be a positive 6. And then if I have negative 14 divided by a -7, that should equal a positive 2. So be very careful of your integer signs, and this is the second rule for same sign integers. And this one pertains only to two negatives, multiplied or divided. Now the last rule, this deals with different signed integers. And so the order doesn't really matter. I can start with a positive and divide or multiply by a negative, or I can start with a negative and divide or multiply by a positive. So it doesn't matter which one you do, it just matters that you remember the three rules. So let's do that again with this smiley face new saying. So let's start with positive and negative. So if something bad happens to somebody, or something, sorry, if something good happens to somebody bad, that's bad. Because we don't want that. So it's not a happy smiley face, it's a sad smiley face. So that means that the answer will be negative. So if you look at all these answers, after you look at all these problems, they're all negative because they're each having a positive and a negative being either multiplied or divided. So let's do the last one. Let's say instead I started with a negative. So if something bad happens to somebody good, that's also bad. We don't want that. So again, this means it's the same thing. It doesn't matter the order. It just matters that they're different signs. So let's look at some of these. So if I have -6 times 2, which is shown by this notation, my answer will be a negative number, which is 12. If I have 16 divided by a -8, that will also equal a negative number. So the number will be different depending on the numbers you're dealing with, but the integer will stay the same depending on the rule. So these are just a quick little way to view and just memorize and understand these rules. So I hope this helped you out, and best of luck, and thank you for coming to watch this video.